Hey guys, welcome to part 3 of building your own website with ESP.net. Today I will show you how to build a simple CMS or content management system. To do this we will be building two pages today. One page to show us an overview of all available coffee objects, in which we can update or delete coffee objects if necessary, and another page where we can add coffee objects. In addition, you will also learn how to upload images to your website and how to use SQL parameters. Okay, so let's get started. Download and open the starter pack from the description below, or open the website which we've created during our previous lessons. You can also open and execute the script.sql file in your SQL Server if you haven't gotten the database which we'll be using yet. Start by opening your master page, and in the navigation div add a new link and call it management. Don't worry about security yet, you will learn in a later lesson how you can protect this page using sessions and login variables. The next thing which we need to do is create a new master page for our CMS files. So add a new master page and call it master page CMS. Next, copy and paste all the code from your previous master page and copy it into the new one. Then remove the sidebar in your new master page. Why did we remove the sidebar? Because the sidebar will be used in later lessons to display advertisements, but only administrators will be allowed to see these management pages. Since administrators aren't allowed to click their own ads, there really isn't any point in advertising to them. Now let's add an overview page. Add a new page to your pages folder and call it coffee_overview. Make sure select master page is checked and select the master page cms.master. From your toolbox, drag and drop a grid view on your new page and choose a new data source. SQL database, call it SDS coffee. The connection strings should still be available from our previous lesson, and select everything from table coffee. Click the Advanced tab and check the Generate, Insert, Update and Delete statements. This will save us the hassle from writing these queries ourselves. There we go. You can easily format this grid view by selecting Auto Format and select a style that you like. I'm gonna go with Mocha. Next, check the paging, sorting, editing and deleting checkboxes. Expand the width of the table and perhaps give it some cell spacing. I'm gonna go with 4 pixels here. There we go. If you save and run this page now, you'll notice that you get an overview of all your available coffee objects, which you can easily modify from this page. So for example, I'm gonna modify Coffee Americano and set price to $3.25. Update. When I go to my coffee reviews, I can see that the data in the database has been updated. Alright, last but not least, add a link in both your master pages to your new file. There we go. Now let's create a page to add new coffee objects. Add a new page in your pages folder and call it coffee underscore add. And select the CMS master page file. Then in your coffee overview file, add a new link button. Set its text property to add new coffee and its postback URL to your newly created page. In your new coffee underscore add file, first add a new title and then add a table with the cell spacing of about 15 pixels and set its class to coffee table. Next, add 7 rows with 2 columns each. That just gives us a simple table. Set the width of the left TD to 80 pixels and then add the following parameters. Next, drag and drop a text box in the second column. Give it a matching name and set its width property to 300. Do the same for all the parameters with the exception for the image parameter. And set the review parameter text box text mode to multi-line. This will allow us to enter a bigger text box. Then give the image parameter a drop-down list. Once you've done that, drag and drop a label beneath the table. Set its text property to null and call it label results. We will use this label to display error or success messages. Leave a white line and beneath the table place a button. Set its text property to save and call it button save. In this drop-down list, I want to display all the images that are present in my images/coffee folder. To do this, go to your code behind screen and type in the following code. Once you've done that, call your new method during your page load event. To make sure that the selected value remains unchanged during page refreshes, add the following code. I also want to be able to upload images to this website, so go back to your design view, add a white line beneath the drop-down list, and drag and drop a file upload control. And behind that file upload, drag and drop a button. So its text property to upload image and its ID to button upload image. Then double click the upload image button and copy and paste the following code. Also add a method to automatically clear all the text fields. Now let's run our page to see if everything is working correctly. Yes, and as you can see, all the files that are present in the images/coffee folder are present. Now let's see if we can upload a file. So let's try to upload this file. Upload. Yes, and as you can see, the file has been added to our website. Now let's get working on the save method to actually upload a coffee. Now that the page has been built, let's start writing some code to actually upload coffee objects to our database. First things first, we will need to expand our coffee class. So open your app code folder and the coffee.ts file and add a new constructor. So generate or add a new constructor with all of the parameters with the exception of the ID parameter. Next, open your connection clause and add the following method. This add price that you see here is a SQL parameter I strongly recommend using SQL parameters when uploading numerical data to a database, such as dates or values, as they will automatically convert the data which you've uploaded to the data present in your database. For example, if your program would upload an European date notation, such as day, month, and your server has an American notation, such as month, date, it will automatically convert them. So that's our query. Now for the input, I'm going to use our coffee variables. There we go. You can add a value to a SQL parameter like this. There we go. Now open and close your connection and execute the query. There we go. Okay, so once all that is taken care of, go back to your coffee_add page and double click the save button and enter the following code. I seem to have uncovered a few errors in the connection clause. So head back over to the connection clause and take a closer look at the query over here, and you'll notice it's missing a white parenthesis. We also need to clear the SQL parameters after we're done with them. So type in command parameters.clear. And while we're at it, let's make our connection a bit more secure. There, that should do it. So let's run a web page to see if everything's working correctly. Let's see. I can update and delete objects on the management page. That's good. Now let's try adding an image. That seems to be working as well. And now let's try to upload a new coffee object. That seems to be working as well. Yep, indeed, new coffee object has been uploaded, and we can update and delete it in the management page. So before we finish off this lesson, I would like to teach you about one last thing, which is validation. Validation is primarily used to forbid users from entering empty text fields. So if I were to click the save button while some of these text fields are still empty, I would like to get these error messages. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. It's really easy. So go back to your coffee_add page, open your toolbox, open the validation tab, and drag and drop a required field validator behind the text name field. Enter an error message. I'm just gonna go with an asterisk sign, and on the control to validate property, select text name. This will make sure that the text name text field is a required field before any upload can continue. So this validator will be triggered anytime the page is refreshed or a button is pressed. So in order to make sure that the upload images button doesn't trigger this validation, select it and set it causes validation property to false. And now just do the same for the rest of the fields. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, please ask me them in the comment section below, and I hope to see you again in further lessons.